Hi everyone and welcome to today's webinar. I'm Nina Holtz and I'm the Customer Success Team Lead here at Qwaya and I'm going to be the presenter today. During the webinar today, I'm going to tell you a bit about Qwaya and who we are. Then I'm going to go through what you can do with Qwaya. And then I'm going to log into the tool and I'm going to show you how you set up a new campaign and also how you manage your existing campaigns. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type them into the question box and I'm going to answer them as we go. So who are we? Qwaya is a Facebook Ads Manager and it's a self-service tool, which means that we don't offer a managed service. You need to set up and manage the ads by yourself, but hopefully Qwaya will help you speed up that process and remove some of the manual work it usually takes. We've been a Facebook preferred marketing developer since 2010 and we're located in Stockholm in Sweden. And as you can see by the map, we have customers all around the world. And I think we have customers in around 80 or 90 countries at the moment. So what can you do with Qwaya? With Qwaya, you can easily create multiple ad variations. You can just type in the titles you want, the body text you want, and you can add the images you want. And Qwaya will create one ad for each combination. It's also more easy to find your right target group because you can split test your targeting. You can create segments automatically, and then you'll be able to see how the different ad variations are performing in these different targeting segments. We also have different automation features such as day parting or scheduling and rules to automatically pause your ad sets or ads. We also have graphical reporting, so you'll be able to see how your ad sets and ads have been performing over time, and you're able to export these graphs as PDFs or as PNGs. Another great thing with Qwaya is the workflow and the organization. So you can have everything in one place. You can just connect the different Facebook user accounts that you have, and you'll be able to work with all of those inside of one Qwaya account. And then you'll be able to see all the ad accounts, all the pages and applications that these Facebook users are admins of. You can also connect your Google Analytics account to Qwaya and you'll be able to see how many goals and transactions your ads are generating. So you'll be able to see that both in Qwaya and in Google Analytics. Another thing that we have is templates. So you're able to save everything you do as templates. In this way, you're able to reuse your work. So you don't have to start from scratch all the time when you set up new campaigns. You can just use an existing template and do some changes to it, or just use, for example, the same targeting as you did in the previous campaign. You can also share and collaborate. So you can share these templates between you and your colleagues. You can also invite your colleagues to work in the same Qwaya account. So let's go over to the actual demo and log into the tool, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So to log into Qwaya, you go to our website and you click here on the login button in the upper right corner, and you'll be asked to log in with your username and the password that you decided when you registered for an account. And then the first time you log in, you'll be asked to connect your Facebook user account. And when you're done that, this is what you will see, and this is your dashboard. So here you can see I've connected two different Facebook user accounts, this Facebook user account and this Facebook user account. And then you can see that these user accounts are admin of different ad accounts. If you want to connect more Facebook user accounts, you can do that up in settings. So you go to settings and you click on Facebook connections. Here you're able to connect more Facebook user accounts. You can also see the Facebook entities, the Facebook pages or applications that these different Facebook users are an admin of. You can also remove a Facebook user account if you want to do that. In settings and Qwaya users, you'll be able to invite your colleagues. So here you can just add more people to your Qwaya account, and you'll all be able to log in with different logins. But to start working with the tool, you need to decide on what ad account you want to work with. To do that, I'm going to go back to the dashboard and I'm going to click on one of the ad accounts. Today I'm going to work with the Marvel Women account, so I click here and I will be redirected to the ad account overview. In the ad account overview, you'll be able to see some statistics from today and yesterday Also spend from the last 7 days. At the moment we're not advertising in this account, so that's why it says not applicable here. You can also see some comparison from last month and this month, and how much of the current month that has passed. In the ad account overview, you will also be able to see this top navigation bar. And in Qwaya, you have two parts. You have the part here to the right, which is My Campaigns. And here you'll be able to see everything that you also can see on Facebook. So all your published campaigns, ad sets, and ads you'll be able to find here. It's also here where you set up the different automation features. I'm going to come back to that part later on, but we're going to start with the ad creation process. And the ad creation process you can find here at the left part. So you have to first go through create ads, then set targeting, and then publish ads to actually publish your ads to Facebook. So we're going to start here with the create ads section, and I'm going to show you how you create the different ad types in Qwaya. So in the create ads tab, you have this left-hand sidebar where you can see your pages, and you can decide if you want to drive traffic to a mobile app, a desktop app, or an external website, or to one of your pages. If you click here on the external website tab, you will be able to create domain ads. And domain ads are the right-hand column ads, so the old standard Facebook ads. And so here you can enter a website address, you can add multiple titles, multiple body text, and multiple images, and Qwaya will create one ad for each combination. You can also save this as a template, and in this way you'll be able to reuse it in the future. As you can see here where it says show on, the only option here is desktop right column. And this is because the ad isn't connected with a Facebook page. And in order for the ad to be shown on the newsfeed or on both desktop and on mobile devices, the ad needs to be connected to a Facebook page, because all the content in the newsfeed needs to come from a Facebook page. So in order to create newsfeed ads for your external website, you need to start from the page. So you click here on the page, and you select to create an unpublished page post ad and a link ad. And here you can see you can enter the URL, you can enter the display link, and if you hover over here the question marks, you'll be able to see what you're entering. So this is what the ad will look like. Here you have different call to action buttons that you can choose between, and here you have the post text, the headline, the description, and the images. And as you can see here, the post text, for example, is the part in the top. So you will be able to know what you're entering. And here you can add multiple texts, multiple headlines, description, and images, and Qwaya will create one ad for each combination. Then down here, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the placement options. So here you can decide if you want to show the ad on desktop and mobile, or just desktop, or just mobile, etc. And then if you select mobile, you can decide what kind of mobile device you want to target. If you use our Google Analytics integration, we will automatically add all the UTM parameters to your URL. So if you create multiple ad variations, for example, you will get one unique URL per ad, and you'll be able to see how the different ads are performing and which ads are generating goals and transactions. So if you're using our Google Analytics integration, you don't need to add any URL tags, because we will do that for you. But if you don't do that and you want to add your own parameters, you can do that here. So, and of course, you can save everything you do as a template. So you can save your link ads as a template as well. And I really recommend you to do that, because it's very nice to be able to go back and maybe change something, maybe change the headline on the ad. And if you save it, you don't need to start typing in everything from scratch. You can just edit the headline and then publish the ad again. Another type of ad that we have here that you can create are page-like ads. And these are the ads that will encourage people to like your page. So if you want to get more fans, you should use the page-like ad format. Here you can decide where on your Facebook page you want to drive the traffic. Then you can add titles, body text, and images. And again, down here you have different placement options. And as with link ads, you're able to save this as a template. Then you also have page post ads. So you'll be able to promote a post, so a published post. So this is like you would click on the boost post button on Facebook. So when you click here on select published page posts, you'll be able to see all your published page posts, and you can select which one you would like to promote. So just select it and click create. You can also click here, view on Facebook, and you'll be able to look at the post itself. Another thing that you can do is that you can promote unpublished page posts. So when you created your unpublished page posts, you're able to promote them again if you want to. And here again, you can just click view on Facebook and you'll be able to see that post on Facebook. And you'll be able to see here some reach and engagement data. If you want to create new unpublished page posts from scratch, you can do that. So you can create a text ad. This is like a status update that you can promote. I've already shown you the link ad option. Then you can also create a photo ad. So this is quite similar to the link ads. Some people still use these to drive traffic to an external website. So what they do is that they add in the post text, they add the link, and then they just add an image. So they add a link to the external website here. What happens when you do this is if someone clicks on the photo or the image on the photo ad, they will get to your Facebook page. But if they click on the photo in a link ad, they will get to the external website. So that's the main difference between the two. And you can have a linked headline, and that you can't do with the photo ad. So if you're driving traffic to an external website, we do recommend you to create link ads. That's the best. Facebook has seen that those are the most engaging and ads, and they will drive most traffic to and most clicks to your website. Then you also have offer ads, so you can create offers, and these are offline offers. So for example, you can get a coupon to your store. You can create these. And as you can see, you have the save as button down here. So these are the different ads you can create. Then when you have saved your ad creatives as a template, you will be able to see them here in the Use Template tab. So I click here, and you'll be able to see that I have a lot of different folders, and in these folders I have different templates. So for example, in this Marvel Spring Summer 2014, I have different templates. So here I have one that is called Link Post, Dresses Free Shipping. So if I double click on this one, I will be able to take a look at the ad. You can see I have the URL, I have the display link, I have a call to action, I have one post text, I have a headline, a description, and 3 different images. So what I can do here is that I can add a new text or change the headline or change images, whatever I want. And then I can press save as if I want to save it as another version, or just save if I want to overwrite the old template. And if I want to use this template, I can click create. When I click create, you'll be able to see the ad like this. And if I hover over the placement, you'll be able to see a preview of the ad like this. And if you want the mobile preview, you can see that as well. So when you have the ad variations here in this view, they are activated. So they are not published to Facebook, but these are the ads you're going to use in your campaign that you're about to publish. So these are the ad variations you want to use. So the next step would be to set up the targeting to decide who should see your ad. But before that, I will see if I have any questions regarding the ad creatives. And I can see that I have one question here. Nina, why does Qwaya require different ad size than Facebook's ad manager? I'm not quite sure. It depends on what what ad type you're creating. I'm guessing you mean image size. We do recommend you to always create ads with images of 1200 times 627 pixels, because with that ad format you will know that the ads will render in the biggest format possible, and also it will render in a good way, so you will see the whole image on all different placements. So that's why we recommend that size, especially if you're creating link ads. But you can always send me an email or email us at support@qwaya.com and tell me a bit more what ad type you're creating and what size you are referring to, and I will help you more in detail. Okay, so let's start. Let's go to set targeting, and we will set up who should see your ad. And in the set targeting tab, you have this left-hand sidebar. And in this left-hand sidebar, you'll be able to see your targeting templates. And so everything you do, so all the targetings you create, you'll be able to save as templates. So if you want to create a new targeting from scratch, you just click here, new targeting, and you can fill out your different targeting preferences. But you can also start from a template. So what you do then is that you double click on one of the targetings, for example this one, the fashionista template, and here you can see I've selected two different locations, Las Vegas and Los Angeles. I also have decided to target people between 20 and 39 and to target only females. I have a couple of different interests here, and when I start typing in interests, I will get different suggested interests down here. Then you have the demographic option and the behavior targeting. You also have the connection targeting, so if you want to target people that are fans of your page and not fans of your page or friends of fans, you can do that. And if you click on this drop down here, you'll be able to select between your different pages that you are an admin of. You also have the relationship targeting, and you also have education and occupation. So you'll be able to target people that are in high school, college graduates, or have a specific workplace or specific occupation. Then in the bottom, we have the custom audience option. So here you'll be able to see all your created custom audiences, lookalike audiences, or website custom audiences, and you'll be able to include people from this list or from multiple lists if you want to. And you can also exclude people from the list. So this is very similar to Facebook. We are pulling all the data directly from Facebook, but the main difference here is that you're able to split by. So you see here it says split by, and you have these small checkboxes. And here I've selected to split by location. So what will happen is that I'm able to, instead of getting one targeting where I can see people from both Las Vegas and LA, I will now get two separate targetings. So I'll be able to see how the different ad variations are performing for the people in Las Vegas and for the people in LA. I've also selected to split by every 10th year. So here, when I've selected this one, I will get age groups. So I will get one age group from 20 to 29 and another one from 30 to 39. You can split by gender if you want to, and by interests. But I'm okay with only splitting by location and gender. So as you can see here, I will get 4 different segments. And that's because I have 2 age groups and 2 cities. So some people get very excited here and start splitting by everything, and what happens is that you get very, very small target groups. We recommend you to try to keep your target groups above like 4,000 people, because otherwise Facebook will have a hard time giving your ads impressions and enough traffic. So if you get very small target groups, start a bit broader. Think about what's most important for you, where you think where the biggest differences will be in your targeting, and start from there. And then you can drill down more in detail later on. And here, as you can see, you can save as if you want to. Just press save or just use. And if I click use, I'll be able to see my targeting. And as you can see, I have 4 different targetings. One for Las Vegas 2029, then 3039, and then I have the same age groups but for LA. So what will happen is that I will be able to see how my 3 different ad variations are performing in this target group, in this target group, in this target group, and in this target group. So the next part is to go to Publish Ads. And in the Publish Ads tab, you can generate your ads. So here it says generate 12 ads. And that's because we have 3 different ad variations and 4 targetings. And 3 times 4 equals 12. So here we're going to tie together your targetings with your ad creatives. I click here and you'll be able to create one new campaign or publish your ads into an existing campaign. I'm going to publish my ads into an existing campaign. I'm going to select the Summer 2014 offsite. And then you have 3 different options. You have the first option is to create one ad set with 12 different ad variations. Then you can also use an existing ad set and publish your ads into that one. But you also have this one. And this option is to create one ad set per audience segment. So instead of having one ad set with 12 different ads in it, you will get 4 different ad sets with 3 ads in each. And Facebook actually recommends you to only have one targeting per ad set, because it's the ad creatives that should compete against each other and not the different targetings. We really recommend you to use this one ad set per audience segment if you have multiple targetings. Another advantage with using this feature is that you will get fewer ads in each ad set. And if you publish one ad set with hundreds of ads in it, all of your ads will not get equal amount of impressions. You know that Facebook do have their own optimization work or optimization engine, and very quickly they decide which ad is the best performing one. And what happens if you have a lot of different ad variations or ads in general is that the first ads will get fairly equal amount of impressions, but the rest will barely get any impressions at all. So in general, we recommend you to not create more than 10 ads in the same, like ad creatives in the same ad set. And also use this option, one ad set per audience segment. Because if you have fewer ads in each ad set, you kind of force Facebook to show all the ads more times before they start optimizing. So here you can put in the ad set prefix. And this is the common name for your 4 different ad sets. So I had in my title for these ads, I had free shipping. And the images was dresses. And I'm going to name it August as well. So now you can see it's going to be named free shipping dresses August. And then you can see that this is going to be the ad set name. So here you can see this part is the ad set prefix, but then the last part here is going to be pulled in dynamically from your targeting. So my targeting was named Fashionistas, and then this is the city and the age group. Then you can select start and end time if you want to. And then you have the budget. And the budget is per ad set. So if I type in 100 here, it's going to be 100 times 4. So 400 in total. Then you need to decide what bid type you want to use. And here you can select CPC, which is cost per click, where you pay for each click. You also have CPM, which is cost per mil or cost per 1,000 impression, where you will pay per 1,000 impression. Then you have this option, which is optimize CPM, where Facebook will optimize your ads delivery based on what you want to achieve. So for example, here you have different objectives. You have actions, clicks, reach, or social impressions. Action can be different things. It can be a page like, it could be a link click, or it could be a mobile app install. Since we created link ads, if I select actions here, this is going to be a link click. So here Facebook is going to optimize to try to give you as many link clicks as possible. What they will do is that they will show the ad and they will bid high for people that are more likely to click on the link, and bid lower for people that are not as likely to click on your link. You will still pay per 1,000 impression, but they will do the bidding and try to optimize delivery for you. What you have to put in here is how much you value a link click. If you use Facebook, they will do this for you. They will set this to a default value, and they will set it to $5. But we think it's more fair if you decide how much you value an action, or in this case a link click. And I'm going to put it to, and so that's why we say that you need to put it in by yourself. But if you want to put it in, if you want to do the same as in Facebook, you can just set it to $5. And then you also have the optimized CPM for the Facebook pixel. So here Facebook can optimize on one of your conversion pixels. And then you have the CPA option. So this is cost per acquisition. So here you can decide to pay when you get a page like, an offer claim, an offsite link click, or a mobile app install. So this option is not available in Facebook. It's only through the PMDs and through the API. So I'm going to use the offsite link click option and only pay when I get a link click. And as you can see, my ad account is set to the Swedish currency, SEK, and it's not the same as dollars, just so you know. But your ad account is going to be set to the same currency as you have in Facebook, so you don't have to worry about that. And then you can decide to use our Google Analytics tracking integration. So here, if you select this one, we will add UTM parameters automatically to your URLs. You can also select to the Facebook pixel tracking option, and we will track on one of the Facebook pixels that you have. You can also use both, and you can track multiple pixels if you want to. But I'm going to only use the Google Analytics tracking today. So now I can click Generate 12 ads, and you'll be able to take a last look at the ads. Here you can see the campaign name, you can see the ad set name, a preview of the ad, the audience, the ad type, bid type, max bid. And if you don't want to publish some ads, you can just select like this and click Remove Selected. But otherwise, if you're happy with the ads, you can just click Publish 12 ads, and they will be sent off to Facebook and go into the ordinary approval process. As you can see, my ads are being queued for publication, so I'll be able to find them here in the publishing queue. Here you have the queue, but as you can see, it's only 9 ads now, and if I click like this, refresh, you only have 4. So this queue here is going to decrease, and when it's empty, you'll be able to find your ads here in My Campaigns, where you can find all your published campaigns and ads. So I'm going to see if I have any more questions here regarding the ad creation process. So if you have any questions regarding the ad creation process, please type them in and I will answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to continue with the My Campaigns section. And you can always type in questions regarding the ad creation process later as well. Okay, I'm going to continue with the My Campaigns tab. And but if you come up with any questions, just type them in. So in the My Campaigns tab, you also have this left-hand sidebar, but here you'll be able to find your published campaigns. So you can see here they have a lot of different folders, and these are My Campaign folders, and you can create new folders down here if you want to, and you can drag and drop the campaigns that you have between your different folders. So the folders are a way to create a better structure and overview in your account. So maybe you can set up one folder per season or per product or per market, or if you manage multiple clients in the same ad account, you can also set up one folder per client. So this is just a way for you to be able to organize your campaigns in a better way instead of having everything just in a long list like you do on Facebook. And yeah, you can drag and drop the campaigns between different folders like this. And you can select multiple campaigns by using Shift on your keyboard. And you can also select to only see active campaigns or see all campaigns. Even if I select all campaigns, you can see that I have more campaigns in my different folders. So for example, if I want to select all the campaigns in the summer 2014 folder, I can just click on the last one. Then I press down Shift on my keyboard and I select the first one. And you can see that I've selected all the 3 of them. And then I can drag and drop all of them at the same time if I want to. And as you can see here, I have one folder that I call Archive, where I have my old campaigns. So this is also very nice to have one folder like this, so you don't have to look at all your campaigns all the time. When you select the campaign, you'll be able to see the ad sets here in this ad set view. And as you can see here, you'll be able to see the ads that we just published. Free shipping dresses August, Fashionistas Las Vegas, and then the age groups, and then you have the same for LA. In this view, you'll be able to select between different canned reports. So if or predefined reports. So if I click on another report, the columns that I'm looking at will shift. And what you can do here is that you can create your own reports. So here in columns, you can add all the metrics that you want. So maybe here in actions, I have cost per link click, cost per page like. If I scroll down, I can see link clicks, mobile app install, and page likes. So you can see here that I got more columns. And then next time I go in and select this my custom report, I will see the same columns. And now if I change back to the basic one, I will see the first columns that I was looking at. If you select one of the ad sets, you'll be able to see this bottom toolbar. And in this bottom toolbar, you'll be able to look at the performance over time and look at graphs. And depending on the time frame that I have set up here, I'll be able to see different kind of graphs. So I'm going to change this to July 1st, and the graph is going to be a bit more clearer. And then you can decide to look at 3 different metrics at the same time, and if you want to export this, you can do that both as data and then you'll get daily statistics, or as a PNG or PDF. Then you also have name, time, and budget, and here you can change the name of the ad set, the start and end time, not the start time, but the end time, and also the daily budget. And you can do this for one ad set at a time or for multiple at the same time. Then you have our automation features down here as well. So you can see you have scheduling, ad set rules, and ad rotation. So scheduling is the same as day parting. And you can schedule multiple ad sets at the same time, like this. And then you can just say that you want to run all the selected ad sets during the afternoons on weekdays. So I just click down and then I drag like this. So now I selected to run my ads from 3 p.m. to midnight. Then if I right click on this period, I can copy this to all working days, for example. And then I want to run the ad sets on a longer time period during the weekends. I'm going to copy it to Sunday. So now I can press on and save, and my ad sets will be active during these hours. And down here you can see your reference time, and the reference time is the same as the ad account time zone, and you'll be scheduling all your ad sets according to this time. So for example, if I want to run, or if I want to schedule the ones here that we created that was targeting Las Vegas and LA, I need to think about the time difference between LA and Stockholm, where I am. So this will probably not be a very good time to run my campaigns in those locations. So the next feature that we have is the ad set rules. And at the moment, you cannot set up ad rules on multiple ad sets, but it's being developed as we speak. So hopefully within a week, you'll be able to set up ad set rules and ad rules for multiple ad sets at the same time. But here you can see that you can set up a rule. And here I set it up to if cost per checkout exceeds 2 in lifetime, then pause my ad set. So here I can pause my whole ad set when this specific rule is triggered. Down here in settings is where I set up the condition for the rule. So for example here I can set it up to activate rule when impressions exceeds 10,000. You can set it up to be after a specific amount of clicks or a specific amount of spend, but I like impressions the best, so I decided that when I have more than 10,000 impressions, Qwaya will start and see if my cost per checkout is more than 2. If it is, we will pause the ad set, but if it's not, we will keep running the ad set. And so in this way, you make sure that you don't run ad sets that are, for example, too expensive. You have a lot of different metrics to choose between here. You can select CTR. You also have cost per link click, cost per page like, number of page likes, etc. So there's a lot of different metrics you can choose between. And then the same thing here, just press on and save if you want to activate the ad set rule. And then you also have ad rules. So it's exactly the same, but here you will pause individual ads inside of the ad set. So for example, let's select this one where I have 3 different ads, and I select a new ad rule. And let's say if CTR falls below 0.8% in lifetime, pause my ad. And then down here in settings, I decide that I want each ad to have 1,000 impressions before the rule is activated. So when one of the free ads have 1,000 impressions, we're going to go in and see if the CTR for that specific ad is below 0.8%. If it is, we're going to pause that ad, otherwise it's going to keep running. And when each ad has more than 1,000 impressions, we're going to go in and see what the CTR is for that specific ad. Then the last automation feature that we have is ad rotation. So here you're able to rotate a subset of the ads each day, and this you can do for multiple ad sets at the same time. So say that I want to rotate my ads every day, and I want to show one ad in each rotation. How many ads you can show at the same time depends on the number of ads you have in your ad set. So it's always going to be this number divided by 2. This is an uneven number. It's going to be you can also do 2 ads. But say I want to rotate 1 ads every day, what will happen is that the first day one ad will be active and the rest will be paused. The second day a new ad will be active and the rest will be paused. And I will keep on rotating like this. So it will take 3 days before all of my ads have been shown. And this is a great way to combat ad fatigue. As you probably all notice, after a couple of days, the CTR tends to drop, and that's because people get tired of seeing the same ad over and over again. And what most advertisers do is that they go in and they manually change the image. But here you can publish a couple of ads at the same time with different images, for example, and then you set up ad rotation. And you can automatically do these rotations. And here you press on and save if you want to activate it. And that's the different ad automation features that we have. Then the next part is the ads view. So now we've been looking at ad sets and ad set statistics, but now you can also look at the ads more in detail. So here you can decide to either show or hide details. So if I hide details, you will only be able to see the data. But if I select show, you'll be able to see a preview of the ad and the audience. You can of course export everything, all the data that you're looking at here. Then just select the ads and hit Excel export, and all the data will be exported to Excel. Here you can also customize the reports, just add more columns. And as you can see, there's a lot of different metrics to choose between. You have the different action metrics, you have the bidding, you have the basic statistics, you also have the Facebook conversion tracking metrics, and here you have the Google Analytics metrics. So if you have our integration with Google Analytics and you have published your ads through Qwaya, you'll be able to see goals and transactions here in Qwaya as well. And up here is where you change the time frame, as I showed you before, and here you can download stats for visible campaigns. Then if you do that, we will download the latest statistics for your ads and ad sets that you're looking at the moment. And if you click on this, ads and campaign, download ads and campaigns, we will download everything that you have on your ad account. So this will take a long time. This will not take as much time. Then if you select an ad again, you'll be able to see this bottom toolbar. You can look at graphs for individual ads. You can look at the targeting. You can also look at the creative. And if you click here, you will actually be able to access the post on Facebook. So view post like this, as we did before. And this is great if you have, for example, comments, you'll be able to comment back. And this is a nice way to actually find your unpublished posts and see what they look like. Sometimes that can be quite tricky. Then you have the bidding section, so you can edit the bid type. And you can also edit the max bid. And you can do this for one ad at a time or for multiple if you want to. And then here in tracking, you're able to add the Facebook pixel that you want to track or change the pixel that you're tracking. And every time you do updates, you click on update and the changes will go off to Facebook. So this was actually what I wanted to show you today. So I see that I have some more questions. So please, type in any questions that you have and I will answer them. I have one question here regarding scheduling. When scheduling ads to run certain hours of the day, is there a recommended length of time? No, we don't have a recommended time, but usually, running an ad for only an hour isn't that effective, because Facebook, sometimes it takes a while for Facebook to, start delivering. So a couple of hours is usually best, better than just doing 1 hour or so. And we don't offer hourly statistics at the moment. So what we usually do is that we go into our web analytics tool and we look at when we have the best conversion rates or the most traffic, and then we schedule the ads according to that. Other people set up the scheduling more if they have a specific event and they set it up so that they have an event every Friday, and then they do ads Thursday and Friday mornings, to get people to that specific event. Or if it's a TV show, they do ads right before the TV show starts. So that's how you can be using scheduling. I have another question here regarding the recommended image size. And the recommended image size is 1200 times 627 pixels. Okay, I'm going to go back to the presentation. So if you have any more questions after the webinar, please send them to support@qwaya.com, and me or one of my colleagues will answer them. You can also look in our user guide that's located on qwaya.com/support. You will also find our FAQ there. If you want more strategic or tactical advice, I recommend you to look in our blog, qwaya.com/blog. Here you will be able to find a lot of useful information about Facebook marketing in general, how to use different features, best practices, etc. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any updates from us, please follow us on Twitter, where we Qwaya Social, or like us on Facebook, where we just Qwaya. Thank you all for attending the webinar today and for all the great questions. If you have any questions or more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We love to hear from our users. And if you think that something is missing or you have a feature request, please let us know, and we will try to implement it. Thank you all again, and have a great day. Goodbye and take care.